Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we explore timeless stories that hold profound lessons for our modern lives. Today, we're journeying into a kingdom of immense wealth and splendor, ruled by a queen whose beauty was matched only by her boundless impatience. This is the story of the Impatient Queen, a tale that teaches us about the true nature of growth, wisdom, and leadership. In a realm where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter, lived a young queen. She had everything a ruler could desire: overflowing treasuries, loyal subjects, and a palace that shimmered like a jewel. But for all her power, she lacked one simple, yet crucial, virtue: patience. If she wanted a new dress, the weavers had to work through the night. If she craved a new song, the bards had to compose it on the spot. She wanted everything, and she wanted it now. This constant demand for immediate results cast a shadow over her prosperous kingdom. One sunny morning, strolling through her royal gardens, she saw a rosebud, tightly closed. "Why isn't this blooming?" she demanded of the old gardener, a man whose hands were as wrinkled as the ancient trees he tended. "It should be open and beautiful for me to see." The gardener bowed, his eyes filled with the quiet wisdom of nature. "Your Majesty," he said softly, "a flower cannot be rushed. It needs the sun's warmth, the gentle rain, and its own time to unfold its petals. Force it open, and you will destroy its beauty forever." But the queen scoffed at his words. "Nonsense. I am the queen. If I command it to bloom, it must obey." She ordered her servants to use hot lamps and strange concoctions to force the bud open. By evening, the rose had wilted and died, its delicate petals blackened and shriveled. A beautiful promise, ruined by haste. The queen's impatience wasn't confined to the garden. She ordered a new summer palace to be built by the lake, demanding it be finished in a single munta task that should have taken a year. Workers toiled day and night, their exhaustion leading to costly mistakes. The foundation was weak, the walls were crooked, and the rushed construction was a disaster waiting to happen. The people grew weary. Her hasty decrees led to failed harvests and unhappy citizens, their lives disrupted by her impulsive whims. The kingdom, once so vibrant, began to lose its luster, all because its ruler could not wait. One evening, as the queen fumed in her chambers over another delayed project, a soft, ethereal light filled the room. A mystical sage, cloaked in starlight, appeared before her. "Your Majesty," the sage's voice was calm, like a still lake. "You desire results, but you fail to understand the process. Your haste is a fire that consumes everything it touches." The queen, startled but still defiant, retorted, "I am a queen of action, not of waiting." The sage smiled gently and presented her with a small, ornate mirror. "This is no ordinary mirror," the sage explained. "It does not show your reflection, but the consequences of your choices." Hesitantly, the queen took the mirror. As she gazed into its surface, she saw her magnificent kingdom in ruins. The hastily built palace had collapsed. The fields were barren from unnatural farming methods, and her people looked tired and miserable. She saw the withered rose, a symbol of the beauty she had destroyed. The image that struck her most deeply was her own. An older, lonely queen, surrounded by broken things and the echoes of her own anger. A profound sadness washed over her. Tears streamed down her face as she saw the destruction her impatience had wrought. The sage spoke again. "True greatness, Your Majesty, is not about the speed of your command, but the depth of your understanding. A mighty oak tree does not spring up overnight. It endures seasons of sun and storm, slowly growing its roots deep into the earth. that is where its strength lies. The vision in the mirror faded, leaving the queen with a heavy heart and a mind newly opened. The sage's words echoed in her thoughts. The next morning, she was a different person. She walked to the construction site of the summer palace and ordered the work to halt. She called for the master builder and said, "Take the time you need. Build it strong. Build it beautifully. I will wait." A wave of relief and surprise rippled through the workers. She returned to the royal gardens and sought out the old gardener. "Teach me," she said, her voice humble for the first time. "Teach me about the patience of the soil, the rhythm of the seasons." Under his guidance, she learned to plant seeds and watch them sprout. She learned that some flowers need shade, others need sun, and all need care and time. She found a quiet joy in watching a tiny seed grow into a strong plant, understanding that she was a guardian of life, not a commander of it. Her transformation rippled throughout the kingdom. She began to listen to her advisors, to consider the long-term effects of her decisions. She learned to trust the natural flow of things, to have faith in the process. The kingdom began to heal. The fields became fertile again. The people's spirits lifted, and the new summer palace, when it was finally completed years later, was a masterpiece of architecture, a symbol of patience and quality. The queen, no longer known for her impatience, became beloved for her wisdom. She ruled with a calm heart and a steady hand, understanding that true leadership is like gardening. It requires planting good seeds, nurturing them with care, and having the patience to let them grow in their own time. Her reign became a golden age, not because of instant miracles, but because of the enduring strength that comes from patience. And so, the story of the Impatient Queen reminds us that the most valuable things in life, wisdom, success, and happiness, cannot be rushed. They must be cultivated with care, watered with patience, and allowed to bloom in their own natural time. Impatience may give us a fleeting sense of control, but it is patience that builds legacies that last. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey today. If this story resonated with you, let us know in the comments what lesson you took from it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next story. Until next time, be patient with yourselves and with your journey.